Yeah, I see the title, man. Let's get to it.
The GOAT, Michael Jordan. By literally any metric used to evaluate basketball, Jordan clears any other player in NBA history. But as we move further and further away from his actual playing days, fewer and fewer people seem to truly remember his career. While virtually any perceived flaw in his resume is substantially illuminated in a desperate and pathetic attempt to try to nullify his massive advantage against other players. Other players who have played significantly longer in more watered-down eras to stack hollow statistics. And one of the biggest alleged weak points, if you want to categorize it as such, of Jordan's career was how he played at nearly the age of 40.
I'm a man! I'm 40!
As if that is an overwhelming or significant aspect used to evaluate a player's legacy. And with the various memes and GIFs and garbage hot takes,
it's garbage!
Percolating around various social media platforms from various Gen Z know-nothings.
Nerds! Nerds! Nerds!
Comparing Jordan at the age of 38 to other players, it is time to dig into the context of just what Michael Jordan's first season with the Washington Wizards, his aged 38 season, actually looked like. The year was 2001-2002. The LA Lakers were dominating the league.
As they my boy Scott always, you know what I'm saying? He never fails with the LeBron versus Jordan, man. He never fails.
To go on ultimately to win their third consecutive championship that summer behind Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, who were both All-NBA first-team selections that season. Along with Bryant, various other elite perimeter players were ascending at that time, with Tracy McGrady joining Bryant on the first team that year, while Allen Iverson, who led the league in scoring that season, headlined the All-NBA's second team. But in the middle of it all, Michael Jordan decided to come out of retirement for a third time after a full 3-season hiatus from the NBA. But he didn't go join his boy Phil Jackson to build a super team in LA and gravy train a 7th title. In fact, he didn't go build a super team anywhere. Jordan came out of retirement to join the Washington Wizards.
What?
You know, the Wizards, who had the third worst record in the entire NBA the year before in the 2000-2001 season, behind minority owner and president of basketball operations, Michael Jordan, winning just 19 games that year, with Richard Hamilton and Juwan Howard leading the team in scoring that season en route to a putrid 19-63 record. But the heinous season did lead to the Wizards landing the top pick in the NBA draft that summer, using it to select
the Washington Wizards select Kwame Brown.
What?
I mean, no one is saying Jordan is the GOAT of front office moves here. You see, Jordan wasn't trying to steal any cheap championships like what became the trendy thing to do in the 2010s. He was just, quite frankly, disgusted with the team he was now an owner of being a bunch of losers. So when he decided to come out of retirement, not only did Jordan not crawl on his hands and knees to another superstar's team, he also didn't grovel and beg for another superstar to come join him on the Wizards. Washington would make no other significant upgrades that offseason except adding the 38-year-old GOAT out of the owner's box after a 3-year layoff. Oh, and also they traded away their leading scorer from the year before, Juwan Howard. Jordan would sign a $1 million contract and donate the entirety of it to 9/11 relief efforts. See, it wasn't about stacking any more championships, accumulating any hollow stats, and it wasn't about the money. It was about competition and teaching his assortment of young loser players how to compete and win.
It seems like bro is fake rambling a little bit. Like, what is bro trying to get at? Like, is he trying to say Michael Jordan is a better player at this age than LeBron is at this age? You know what I'm saying? If that's what he's trying to say, then I just don't agree with that, you know? You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. Like, Jordan was not no pushover. He was definitely not no pushover, you know what I'm saying, at this time. But in terms of what LeBron's doing that on the individual standpoint. You know what I'm saying? And then what Jordan's doing on the individual standpoint. LeBron's shit's just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand Jordan did get injured. You know what I'm saying? I think he tore his meniscus or some shit like that in his knee or something. You know what I'm saying? So he was averaging like 25 before that. And that's in the time where the pace was very slow. You know what I'm saying? So to account for the pace, you know what I'm saying? We probably, come on, bro. So, yeah.
And when evaluating the Wizards' 37-45 year-end record that season, it looks like a pretty unspectacular season. And when viewing Jordan's stat line that year of 23 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, well, that also doesn't look remarkable through the lens of the inflated scoring and stat stacking that happens in today's offensively incentivized era. But take a closer look. Jordan, unsurprisingly at his age, experienced significant issues with his knee throughout the season and ended up playing only 60 of a possible 82 games that year. But in the 60 games he played, the Wizards were 30-30. So a team that was only 19-63 the year before, that traded away their leading scorer, played 500 basketball for the 3 quarters of the year that Jordan actually played. Jordan, meanwhile, at the age of 38, led the Wizards in scoring, assists, and steals, while he was 3rd in rebounding on the team that season. And taking a closer look at the 22.9 points per game, yeah, that was actually good for 9th best in the entire NBA that season. An NBA where league-wide scoring per game that year was just 95.5 points per game. For context, the average scoring this season in the 2022-2023 season was 114.7, nearly 20 points per game more. And the Wizards team that year averaged...
I want him to get into what he just got into for Jordan. You know what I'm saying? As far as his stats ranking amongst his team and amongst the league. Do the same thing with LeBron amongst this age. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's really trying to compare the two, though. I think he's just saying that Jordan was not no pushover, basically. You know what I'm saying? Wizards Jordan was not no pushover. I think that's basically what he's trying to get
only 92.8 points per game, meaning Jordan accounted for nearly 25% of the Wizards' scoring. For context, that is roughly the same amount of total point percentage scored that Jason Tatum and Steph Curry accounted for this year. While averaging 30 and 29 points per game, the duo was named to 1st and 2nd team All-NBA. And while Jordan physically would regress even more the following season, he still became the oldest player in NBA history to average 20 points per game for an entire season. And he did it while playing in all 82 games. Yes, in his aged 39 season, where he turned 40 halfway through the year, Michael Jordan managed to log all 82 games for the 9th time in his career. And in 2 other seasons, he played in 80 and 81 games. Also in this season, where he turned 40 in February, while playing 82 games on one leg, he averaged 37 minutes per game. Load management be damned. And Jordan would add 6 rebounds and 5 assists per game to go along with his 20 point per game average in an NBA that had nightly averages of just 95.1 points per game. While calling Jordan's Wizards tenure an overwhelming success story, or claiming it added to his legacy as the easy, slam dunk GOAT, would maybe be a tad bit hyperbolic. But what Jordan achieved on the court during those 2 years is far from the punchline that many teenagers and liars in the
Yeah, that's basically what bro was trying to get to, like I said, bro. You know what I'm saying? People try to make it seem like Wizards Jordan wasn't nothing, damn near, but he was definitely more than, you know what I'm saying, way better than the average player, way better than even a good player, you know? Come on, bro.
Mass media today portray it as. And
yeah,
it certainly doesn't invalidate Jordan's stranglehold on the mantle of GOAT, nor does it make other players' fabricated cases for that title any stronger.
Yeah, bro, I don't think him saying the Wizards Jordan doesn't really hurt him in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like you know what I'm saying, he's just he playing to play at this point. Like y'all gotta come on, bro. That don't really hurt him, especially because he didn't underperform. You know what I'm saying? For a 38-year-old, 39-year-old, especially in that time, he's accounting for 24% of the points. Like come on, bro. That's not bad at all. That's pretty damn good. You ask me, you know what I'm saying? Word, but y'all know what to do, man. If y'all enjoyed, comment down below how y'all feel in the comment section. Click on the last reaction right here. You know what I'm saying? Share the video with your peoples. 93% of y'all are not subscribed. I need y'all to hit that motherfucking subscribe button. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. And I'm out of here, man.